Howdy y'all, this is dadtriesto from the future. Just gonna pop in real quick. I will edit this into whatever the next recording is. Like I talked about last time, I went ahead and did a bit of selling and refit off camera, nothing crazy. Just sold all the junk bits, installed a few things, a battery, we'll keep looking through here, installed another cooler. What else? Oh, pressure alarm, so I could get the turbo air pump working over here. Realized I have an air vent, so I don't need one. Swapped out the busted nav console for the perfect one that we salvaged last time. Tanks here. Fix the doors, fix some batteries. I need a motherboard for this one. Installed and restored the other Hydra. So that's all there. I probably will tear all this out at some point now. We're on the lookout for a liquid helium tank. Oh, also installed another thermostat, stuck a cooler here. We'll worry about heaters as we salvage. What else? Oh, fixed this RCS intake. And I am at the moment trying to sleep off drowsy. I know I still say overheating. We're at 296. It's very slowly coming down now. So we're poking around K-leg. Nothing crazy. We've been rammed once, but it doesn't look like there was any damage. At least no walls or floors popped out. So that is where we stand. When this cuts, we'll be right back into some action. Howdy y'all, welcome back to Dad Tries to Play Ostranauts. Let's get going. We got another EA build, 0.9.4, but it's mostly bug fixes, none of which have affected us, but nice that the numbers are still continuing to climb. There is a new, it still hasn't affected us, one of the social aspects, you can now force quit out of a conversation, which is a nice add while they work out all the ins and outs of that. It's probably horribly complex. Alright, so here we are. We're going to wake ourselves up. I've been trying to sleep off drowsy. I'll have a little bit of a pre-roll here before this to bring up to speed. And just haven't managed to do it. I would very much like a sleep until no longer tired, something along that lines. Especially if you're going to play a single player, that would be incredibly helpful. We're still overheating, but we're at 296, so we're fine. Let's get ourselves a little something to drink, a little something to eat. And I'll hit the nav console and show you where we are. The short answer is we're just sort of keeping up with K-leg in anticipation of popping out and finding some more salvage, looking around. Yeah, so we've just been slowly orbiting around along with K-leg. We got a few things we can get out over here. I tried to warn them, that's a great one. And we could always come back this way as well. Yeah, let's hit a couple of derelicts. We're still on the hunt for, weird as it sounds, let's bring ourselves about, some lights because I was too lazy to install them on previous derelicts. And we need some lighting. As well as liquid helium canister, so we can get our reactor going. There we go. So we're 200 seconds out. It's not going to take us terribly long. We'll run it forward fast anyway, just because. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. I'm doing just fine. So 10K, I'll start to ease off here. So I've done a little bit of refit on the ship, but nothing major. The pre-roll prior to this will take you all through it. Sold off all the junk at K-Lag. Alright, so let's start bleeding off speed, because we're going to come up to our 5K warning here pretty fast. There we go. Plenty of remass. And who knows what we'll see. Let's go find. Alright. Oop, wrong way. Alright, so let's get our VCRS back where it ought to be. There we go, that looks pretty good. We're 2K out, ETA about 20 seconds. So we gotta get lined up because we're coming in pretty hot. Green lights, come on, green lights. Oh, I feel kind of... I'm not super happy about that landing. Didn't quite stick it. That's alright. Everybody looks okay. Pressures are still fine. Let's check our... Matthew, what's the problem, buddy? Huh. Wonder what's going on there. I don't remember seeing that happen. Oh, we're looking, we're 100%, we're 30%. Alright, so swaps. Yeah, still plenty of O2 in there, I think. Let's put a couple of things down. We'll drop our drink pouches here in just a moment. Alright, 28% O2. So we've got a whole nother bottle. Let's see if we can... Is there anything we can get here? And we'll grab the electronics. That is an O2 pressure alarm, so we should grab that. It's a turbo pump. I'm betting there's no power. Yeah. No green circle. So let's pry you off the hinges and see what we can see. We'll grab that motherboard. We can fix our battery with it. So that's a good get. A couple more bits of junk. Okay. That's a great get right there. That's not nothing. Okay. I guess we gotta pry you off too. Oh, no choice, huh? Alright, uninstall. Doesn't look like there's much out there, but we'll see. Doesn't look like there's much to this ship, for that matter. But there's stuff over here, so maybe there's more to it than I'm thinking there is. We'll see. Alright, what do we got? We got another motherboard. That's great. Gonna leave the door alone. Gonna take the mechanical bits. Alright, so I think that is the end of this ship. So we're going to keep on moseying this way. We'll work at 2x for a minute. Pull the door off. Have to do the same over here. We are radiating inner strength. Nice to hear. So what I'm curious about is now that I'm inside the suit, I'm surprised it does not regulate pressure. Nav console, there's a heater. We should grab that. Perfect. Look at that bad boy. Alright. So let's go pop this other door off. Can I just open it? I was hopeful. I don't feel like repairing the electronics. It'll be faster to just pull it off the hinges. And we will set lots of uninstall orders. look at that. Look at you. Okay. Oh, salvage permit. Let's grab that. Just curious. 827. How's our current one looking? Also 827, but a little bit earlier. So great, we'll hang on to that. Clusters. So I'm going to leave the flooring. Alright, we need to be on the lookout for lights. Check the crate just for fun. Come on, check it. There we go. Well, not too shabby at all. We're going to grab all of that. That's at least sellable. So we'll pick up all the little bits and bobs on the floor, I guess is what we're going to do right now. We'll go drop them all back on the ship, and then we'll set to uninstall, I think. There's a pressure alarm. Carbon fiber. Very good. And the fusion reactor. That's awesome. Alright. Let's get on over here. There's another bed that's in pretty good shape. There's another motherboard. So we picked up lots of little bits of scrap. Which, you know, just fine. Alright, there's some even more. Can I? Yeah, I can. Good. And some mechanical parts. Perfecto, another battery. Plenty of alarms. A couple of bottles. There's a not bad sink. So that feels like the kind of thing we could install over here. Alright, so let's put our stuff down. I've noticed if there's something near you that is a container and you shift click, it'll put it in the container. I managed to shift click a bunch of things to put on the ground. It put them in an uninstalled fridge, and then I couldn't get into the fridge without installing it. As soon as I installed it, they all blopped back onto the ground around me. So something to be aware of if you're shift clicking things and they seem to disappear. They're not gone. They're still with us. There we go. Alright, so we're going to put you down too, and whole patch, because we're not messing with any of that. Now, I guess we're going to put you down as well. We'll throw those away. Guess we do have a little bit of power, huh? Alright. Which one of you is complaining? Damage, so I don't see how you're working. Alright, let's set some uninstall orders. No walls, no floors, no conduit. Can I get you? I cannot. Okay. Get the battery, get the fusion reactor. I'm just gonna walk over here and set a whole bunch of orders. We're gonna say orders, uninstall. So we're gonna pop all of these guys. Alright, so I'm gonna skip on the thrusters, at least for now. Install you. I wish this were hotkeyable. Uninstall. Alright, we got a couple of bits of scrap we can grab here, and we're gonna run in the PDA. That's nice. That's all flooring. Let's come back in here and get a look for lights, because I would really like to have a couple. And I'm not seeing any. Oh, hold up. We are going to get you. We'll grab our mechanical parts. I apologize for the constant pinging, but we'll get there. We'll pull it off of Okay, so you're gonna get out of here too. Wow. We're gonna also say uninstall the bed, the nav console, the heater. We're gonna uninstall the sink. The batteries. Okay, we got a couple more things here. Thermostat, pressure alarm, cooler, battery, liquid helium container. Now, I don't see any lights. And I'm super sad about that. Alright, so orders. I cannot uninstall you. Is that what's going to happen? OT pressure alarm damaged. I cannot. Alright. Let's see who's complaining. You're complaining. Why? Okay, so we've got... pressure's holding. Probably, let's stand here on the door. Give it a sec. I don't have any O2 going into here, so it's only when it vents through. Okay, that's what's going on. Very good. No worries. All right, let's put our last couple of bits down here. O2's at 28, batteries at 96. We're gonna set it to auto and ramp it up. Keeping a very watchful eye on any messages that go by. Because the last time I went through this, I had everything going, and I looked away for a moment and almost killed Eric there. All right, how are we looking? 28, 94. We're chirping, but I don't know why. But I don't see any problems. Alright, we're just going to let him do his thing and keep an eye on it. Every time the O2 stock goes down, it blips at us. That's what's going on. So yeah, I went from 13 to 6 and it chirped. Alright. Good to know that's what that sound effect is. Alright, we got a battery, we're working on the reactor, that's going to take a bit. This is a good haul. I'm super happy to have come to this specific ship. It's great. So I've been thinking, I've been making shorts for this that aren't quite shorts. I tried a couple of shorts related to my other playthroughs, Hard Spaceship Breaker and MechWarrior 5. And weirdly, they garner lots of views. I think it's because it shows up in people's shorts. So I was thinking about, for MechWarrior anyway, running a couple of shorts that go through the individual mechs or factions of the Capella Confederation or whatever, 60 seconds of here's a little bit you should know about this. Plus it gives me a chance to poke at Resolve, which is something I've been fussing with learning. And I'm thinking about doing the same for Ostranauts. Bits of the world, more lore related shorts. than anything else. I don't know, what do you think? It's kind of interesting that here's how you turn the reactor on, right? But I think it would be kind of interesting also to say, here's something you may not know about K-Leg. Right, or here's where some things fit into the broader universe. I think that might be kind of fun to do, especially as the world begins to flesh itself out as the guys work on it. Anyway, just an idea. Alright, 25% O2, 87% battery, we're looking pretty good. We're thirsty, we can live with that. Man, I forget which one of my subs noted early on that EVA suit was a great get, and they are not lying. That thing was an awesome pickup for first or second derelict. Super cool. And honestly, in 50-some playthroughs, I've been really sleeping on the EVA suit. I was just happy to run back to the ship. Maybe because there was no battery charger until recently. That's made a huge difference, I think. Would like to see an O2 bottle charger as well that would take away O2 from either from the Atmo in the ship or from a bigger bottle that you plugged into it. Now to say that, maybe you could do both, right? Atmo from the ship, if you don't have a bottle, and it just takes a lot longer to fill. Or from a pressurized bottle that fills pretty quickly. And then you could stop carrying around multiple O2 bottles. Same, yeah, sort of like a battery recharger, right? Keep one in the charger filled up, and then keep the other one on you. Maybe a backup just in case. Alright, we're making pretty good headway. While we go, one of the other things that I think came out of the patch is there were some changes to the career kiosk. So your job is now shipbreaker because there are no other jobs to choose, so it just defaults to that. Which if you start over a bunch, it's nice to have. I do not remember what the other bits and pieces were, but I'm gonna look while we're watching Eric do his thing and give him a bit of a chat. I think that is in the announcements Discord. There it is. Yeah, so today's 7/12. This was posted last Friday. Yeah, so let's see. The career kiosk chooses Shipbreaker by default, since you can't pick anything else yet. The kiosk page shows the name, age, and funds at all times for your captain. So that's nice. That helps you as you go on picking things. And then you get a force exit for the social combat, which I think we've already talked about. 21% O2, so still okay. So I have not really dove deep into the social aspects of the game, except as I've had to, because I really like breaking down ships, right? This is kind of it's like Hard Space Shipbreaker. It's an ultimate dad game where you just take things apart. But it is nice that they're addressing, like, if you get stuck, you can... I'm just gonna keep going. Take that as a meteorite strike. We'll get everything on this side of the ship, and then we'll go check it. Anyway, I like that they were like, obviously the force quit's there because they don't quite know how to address it yet, but they've taken a moment to say, hey, this is kind of game breaking, right? You get stuck and you've got to quit. It's a pain in the butt. So here's a way to end everything, even if you can't walk away from it. That's a nice add while they work on the root of the problem. Alright, let's walk back to our ship just to check. Yeah, you're gonna complain, I know. Okay, so we're gonna open this up just a sec. Perfect. How are we looking? Okay. So temp's coming up now. We should stop overheating if we do this. Actually, here, let's pop our top for a sec and see if... Yeah, now you're cold. So we're cold, but we're overheating. I'm hoping... I'm going to wait here for just a moment. So O2 and N2, everybody looks good. I'll run it up here for just a moment. I'm trying to get rid of overheating. I feel like I might be stuck on it. Alright. We're going to get back into that. I feel I might pop into the Discord and ask the guys about what is going on there, because I can't seem to not overheat. Alright, out we go. And back to auto. It doesn't seem to be causing any problems. We'd just like to understand what the ins and outs are, because it can't seem to not overheat. I'm going to try something here once we get all this stuff undone. I'm going to put on the other outfit, which is not as... in my understanding, not as well insulated as the EVA suit. I'm going to walk into the ship here where it's very cold. Alright, because out here it's... yeah, 0. So... just above absolute 0. Now that I look at that, I actually don't know. I guess in space where there's really nothing, then there's really nothing to convey temperature. You probably are pretty close to absolute 0. Huh. Anyway, I'm going to put on not my EVA suit and step into the ship for a moment and see if that will cool us down. And I understand, you know, the reason absolute 0 is there's nothing bouncing around. There's nothing to take the heat away from you. I just want to see what will happen. But I was overheating the whole time I was on K-Leg. So I'm wondering if you get stuck on this, or there's something else in the game I don't know, don't understand. Anyway, we're running out of stuff here. We got 1, 2, 3, 6, 11 more things to get. The tank will be the big one. So I think we'll get that with our current O2 stock and our current battery. Oh, now we're hungry, so we're going to power through here. We'll eat and drink when we get back to the ship. We are going to have to return to K-Leg, though, because I think I've only got one more drink. So we're going to have to go back, and we need to refit and sell all of our junk anyway. So I'm really happy with the gameplay loop, really. I like running off to derelicts and pulling things apart and refitting my own ship. But I am very excited for the story stuff that's upcoming. Wow, man, the battery's going to take a bit. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to have 2 busted batteries. And I think 2 motherboards. I should be able to get plenty of battery storage. We've got a Heaney tank, so we can... Heaney, liquid helium, not helium, neon. we should be able to get our reactor online. That's pretty cool. And we're at 30 minutes. We got a bit of a long episode. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pull all this stuff, get it transferred to the ship, and get us on the way back to K-Leg. And maybe install that tank, and then we'll call it a day. %16 O2, so it's getting lower. But I think we're still gonna make it. And we're right next to the airlock, so if we do run out, we can make a beeline for the ship. But we might cut it a little closer than I thought we would. The batteries are a long install. Not sure I agree with the logic behind that. Feels like those should be kind of pluggable, like the gas tanks. But maybe they're incredibly bulky and that's representative of that. I don't know. I like that now things have different install uninstall times. That makes things feel much more lived in. Right? If you go to plug in a tank, yeah, that feels like you should just kind of screw it in and make sure your connections are tight. But if you want to install, you know, a reactor, that's going to take a while. Even if they're commodity items like they are in this universe, it's still going to take a bit. They're just complex. You know, if you want to take a sink or a toilet out, that's kind of a pain in the butt. It takes a while. You want to take a thermostat off the wall, well, it just kind of pops off. Batteries are the only one where I sort of disagree with the length of time it takes to undo it. And it's probably a preconceived notion that I have, right? Same as you, right? We pop a battery out of something, it's trivial. Whereas these are giant batteries, as denoted by the super handles there to pick them up. So, it's okay. It is not a bit of gameplay I'm going to get super salty about or lose any sleep over. It's the devs decided that's what they wanted for batteries, so that's cool. Just in my wish list of things, I wish the uninstall and install times for the batteries were a little bit shorter. We got to get our tank out of here in just a moment, and we will start carrying stuff back. We'll see what we can drop off in the front of the ship, and then we'll work our way back as fast as we can. I say that I'm probably going to pick this up first, carry it all the way into the engine room where I think it should be installed, and then I'll come back and get other bits and pieces. That said, we are almost there. We're down to 12% in our O2 stocks, battery's about 50%, so we're okay. We're going to make it. We're not anywhere near the end of our shift, so we don't have to worry about running it over at 16 times, which is something I've done on more than one occasion. It's interesting, as the O2 stock dwindles, the beeps are getting more closely spaced. There we go. Now, let's start grabbing some stuff. I can get one more battery. And some small things. I can't get that. Okay. Alright, that's a pretty good pickup, all things considered. Let's run that back. Alright, I'm just going to open this door. There we go. So that is great. We've got liquid helium. And now you're going to complain? Come on. Alright, we're going to drop you right there. And, I don't know, I'll put a couple of batteries over here on the ground just to put them down. Get those guys out of here too. Okay. Do we have... Alright, so we are pressure 100, pressure 100, pressure 100. Okay. We are good as far as that is concerned. Let's get you. Put you down. I'm going to keep working on this bottle, but I will probably switch batteries real fast. Let's give it a look. Yeah, we're at 100. Okay, so those batteries charge pretty quickly. And we've got a bottle on us. Very good. And it has a mass not zero, so... Now, we should begin to pick things up. Did I not uninstall the bed? I guess I did not. That's fine. We are going to take the bits of scrap that are useful. Okay. I must have walked away from that install. That's okay. Can I put you there and you there? Perfect. Alright, that's a pretty good use of our space and our time. We're going to be out of here in just a moment. Alright, a couple of batteries and an air pump, which won't go. It's fine, there we go. We're down to 10% O2. But we're just about done in here. We're going to take a more careful look because I want lights, and I have not been able to find any. Alright, pick you up, pick you up. But I don't see any on the floors either, which is super unfortunate. Grab you, grab you. I mean, they gotta be in here somewhere. Otherwise, how would you see? Alright, I can grab one more. And we're full. So we're gonna drop our last bits here. And then we're gonna try and find some lights on that ship. We only need a couple more to light the rest of the ship in a satisfactory way. Alright, put you here and you here. We're still at 10%, so we're okay. There's a whole other reactor, which I guess we're going to have to drop over here. I'm going to pick up that trash while we're sitting here. And I might actually give it a look here. Do I have any other trash I need to pick up? Because I can leave it. I know you can sell it, but it's kind of a... Yeah, so I'll pick that trash up. You get very little cash for it, and I would rather not fuss with it. Alright, still 10%. That's all goods and materials. Let's slide on up here. Alright, in we go. I should grab that pump too, since I went to all the trouble to uninstall it. Get on the ground, get in my belly. Okay. So let's conduit, don't care. I'm going to leave the crate. I think I've got everything out of it that I want. Yeah, you can only bash it or repair it. Alright. So once they're damaged, you can't uninstall them, which is a shame. There's probably some limitation there that you can't pick up damaged bits or something like that. Let's pick up our turbo air pump. So I don't see a light on the wall. I hope I'm not just missing it. But I really don't. That is crazy. Okay. I should probably get a switch one of these days too. Oh, hold up. Wall light. There we go. Perfect. We're gonna grab that real quick. Is there gonna be just the one? Alright, let's look along here very briefly. I think that's it. Oh, hold up. Your wall light, very good. You gotta be really on the ball for him. Alright, let's make another pass just to see. There's one. %O2, we're still okay. Okay, so there are lights to be had, but you gotta really look. There's another one. Okay, so we are okay. I guess I just didn't know quite what to look for. Alright, we grab that. Alright, that should be plenty to get us going. Let's look in here real quick. I can't imagine there'll be any out here, but you never know. There are. Okay. Install. Okay. I'm going to set you to auto. Let you go to town. Alright, I'm going to call that a win. And I'm going to scoot on out of here. I could take all the doors and break them all down and do all that stuff, but I'm going to pass on that. One thing I did say I was going to do is I am going to install... Where'd you go? I'm certain I put you down right there. Oh, come on. I'm going to have to look back and... figure out where I put you. Oh no, come on. Where did you go? I am certain I put it down right there. This is going to be one of those that put it into a container. Alright, let's go look. You're empty. Alright, Alright, you've got food, so I should do that right now anyway. Where is my tank? Oh, I'm gonna be super crabby. Where'd my tank go? I'm certain I put it down. Alright, I got plenty of food. I need water. Where did you go? Oh man, that's gonna sting. Alright, hang on, let's put some stuff down. Alright, I'm gonna, because I'm sure I'm being stupid, I'm gonna walk back over here. Alright. So you were over here. In this hole. Oh man, that sucks. I'm gonna have to go back and watch my own footage here. Because I know I had one. And I'm almost certain I put it right here. Oh, autosave. That stings. Alright, I'm gonna... That was my last thing I wanted to do, was to install that. Right, so you're about what I would expect. Where did you go? I'm sure somebody's yelling at the screen right now. I do not know. I'm going to have to go back and look at footage. In the next episode, we may be on the hunt for another liquid helium canister. Huh. Alright. Well, that's okay. That's part of playing an EA game. I'm going to end it here. If you've got any tips or tricks for me, I'd love to hear them. Otherwise, thanks for watching.